Hey, are we live? How are you tonight? Henry McClure live. There was no city council meeting tonight due to this being mostly because it was probably the fifth Tuesday. And they're having what they call a retreat. And the retreat is at the hotel that they own. That everybody in that room, no, David Banks wasn't there when they bought it. He gets a pass. Maybe Marcus wasn't there. I don't know. We'd have to see. But definitely Christina Acala and Sylvia Ortiz voted no to buy the hotel. But here's what I want to get. And Spencer Duncan, this actually goes out to you because um, you're a friend, you're a councilman, you're running for mayor. And if I'm elected mayor, you and I are going to have to work together. And I would look forward to that. I've known you so long. I know that deep down you're probably a Republican. And I got into kind of a tit for tat with Marcus Miller the other day at a meeting of the Citizens Committee or the Government Committee. And see, I disagree. I think today look, here it is. I'm unvaccinated. I'm a I'm a pure blood. And the ultimate of division because I think the universe and whoever they have been trying to divide us for years. Man, I had a great meeting with this guy the other day, and we were just talking about the division between black and white. And at Big Biscuit today, he was funny. He took the side of Cornelius. Cornelius took the side of we shouldn't have said it. We shouldn't have integrated the schools. Wow, what a and you don't get that often. But here's what I want to talk about right now in this moment because it's real, it's going on, it's the budget. And I want to be able to get Excel spreadsheets of the budgets that are line item. I want to see where every nickel's going. And every citizen ought to be able to have that. And then I want to talk about the hotel. Spencer, I think that the hotel and who gets the hotel and how the hotel thing's going to go down, that ought to be 100% open to the public. It's our money. There isn't anything, if the guys that are trying to buy the hotel want to hide in the shadows, and if this whole deal really is going to be done like Topeka always does it, up in the chamber of Go Topeka and the Chamber of Commerce, why don't we just start doing things out in the sunshine? Let's add like my good friend out there at the hunting lodge. Let's run our government on sunshine and bleach. But let's. I think somebody was asking me, "What's your slogan?" And the voice for the rest of us. I like that during my run against Kevin Cook. I don't know how everybody overlooked the fact that Kevin was a vote to lock us down and wear masks. And I think that's something that should be. I mean, that gets down to the character of the person because it's bad enough being a lawyer, but being an elected official that thinks he knows everything. But and in all sincerity, here let's give a little cheer that took time to. Hey, did I tell you this is Henry McClure Live? I don't know if I opened the show. And also, did you know I'm in the Glass Houses studio? Can you tell the new studio? Look at this. We got the whiteboard here. The if elected mayor, um, Spencer, I'm going to try to convince you to take away $5 million from Go Topeka, not renew their contract. Basically, we could leave Jetto together because there's still things that we need to, as city and county government, work together. Jetto is a failure, and the best way to look at that is Lawrence Bay. They had a decade to figure out how to make Lawrence Bay, and this is interesting because, and I've done a core request on this, but the new company line, and we're looking for clarification on this, is that when all the lots were taken over due to the bank failure of the original developer, that the person that got all the lots never intended to develop the lots or pay the specials. And Neil Dobler, if that's true, thank God for Earl McIntosh. Well, thank God for Earl McIntosh anyway. And I can't wait to see his lawsuit's not over. But so this is what I'm asking Spencer today, and I'll write a note. Is so if elected mayor, part of my number one agenda would be to take the $5 million that Go Topeka I feel squanders and put it into the roads. But please tell me why. Please tell me why. I just got a note from somebody, but here, please tell me why you support the almost $1 million where Go Topeka gives money to all these ridiculous, charities. Why should your sales tax, why should the government tax us and then just give it to charity? Charity starts at home. And I work hard for my money, and I don't want the elected officials deciding where my charity goes, my charitable dollars. So I will put down in the comments here the blog post where I've got where the money went. And so kindly answer me as a mayoral candidate, and then answer me also, because I want to do things out in the sunshine. If I were mayor, I would really like you to tell me as a city council person why it's so important to have Go Topeka today. Now tomorrow, yes, at 2 o'clock, I've got a guest coming into the studio, the Glass Houses studio, Tyler Jagger, and he's a transplant from California who actually, and this will be fun to talk to him about Choose Topeka. Marshall Barber was in here the other day, and he gave me a magazine put out. Do you remember Marshall Barber? Remember him when he was a famous DJ? He's also famous for getting Laura Kelly elected for promoting either the third party guy or another Republican. I worried about him doing that to me for Cook. Not really, a little. I enjoy Marshall's company, and he and I have quite a history. And I got a comment from a friend. They said, "You two are like Cheech and Chong, but sober." I'm wearing my hat, the Ryan, the Riley Gaines Center for the Leadership Institute. This is a hat that I bought from one of Arwen Becker's posts. She's a leader in keeping men out of women's sports, and I'm for that. I want you to know that I'm vaccinated, and I don't believe that men should be in women's sports. And so I'm proud. I'm proud of some of the decisions, but I think you've got to know this. You can't just cater to this guy and this guy for the votes. And if I'm going to get elected mayor, it's because you guys are going to elect me, or at least those that live in Topeka. Hey, Ziggy, what's the temperature out?
Right now, it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 56 degrees.
So, James Bolden, we're ready to do the show. Look, we're open here. We got to get a black and white show going. Move Ziggy in here for the questions. James has always got some good questions that sometimes we need to get verified. I'm going to be asking Spencer a series of questions, but also I want to urge my city council person, Karen Hiller, to create complete transparency on the hotel, on the 6 offers, on what's going on. Let's hold a public meeting. Let's get it going on, baby. Let's get power to the people. Okay, it's getting late. I got to get a battery in my watch, but this is cool. I'm wearing my watch, that my Samsung. Not that you care. If nobody's told you they love you tonight, I love you. And hey, if you've been walking around today and nobody just gave you some applause, hats off to you. Henry McClure live at the Glass Houses studio, which is part of the Ryan Mowinkle empire of commercial real estate, home to this home to his State Farm agency. Y'all have a good night. And to those that have been sending me notes, hey, Tyler is on. So we're yes, we're on tomorrow for 2 o'clock, and we're going to start making some changes in Topeka. And I think it's time. I really think it's time that we grow up. We need to do things different than we've done in the past. So I'm going to sign off and look forward to tomorrow's show at 2 o'clock here at the Glass Houses studio. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Vote. Thank you.